Hello, good afternoon and welcome to Baina Midday News, coming to you live from the NAB House, Atomic Junction, Medina. Coming up this afternoon, nursing trainees demand payments of allowances by government. Also, Malian High Council in Ghana inaugurates 8th youth president. And in sports, Kotoko players jubilate over Richmond Lamptey's Black Star call-up. Remember, we are streaming live on Facebook and YouTube at Baina TV. I'm Khadija Tukubra Keilani. Details of the stories comes up shortly. And thank you for staying with us. We start off with the story from the nursing students. The leadership of Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwife Association has requested their overdue allowances be paid by the government. The association claims that all batches of nurses training presently enrolled in the various colleges are owed some arrears by the government.
Rajoka, the national president of GRNMA, expressed disappointment over the government's non-payment. He stated that the government owes the first, second and third years respectively 5, 24 and roughly 18 months. The government owes those who are serving 12 months worth of back pay before they even begin the rotation, which runs from July to the present. Stakeholders have expressed concern regarding the government's failure to provide the allowance. Nursing students abandoned their clinical practice in July 2023 because they were not being paid an allowance. They claim that the phenomenon created financial challenges because the majority of them depend on the allowance to pay for their educational expenses and other associated costs.
Away from that, several vehicles, houses and school properties in Echuma Agogo and Echuma Chedie have been vandalized following a communal clash in the early hours of New Year, according to eyewitness, after a misunderstanding erupted between inhabitants of the two communities on Christmas Eve. Some residents of Echuma Agogo allegedly attacked their counterpart from Echuma Chedie on New Year.
The attack on Echuma Chedie resulted in the destruction of a number of vehicles, houses and other Chedie residents. In retaliation, some residents of Chedie also stormed the Echuma Agogo community, where they vandalized vehicles, houses and other belongings of the residents of Echuma Agogo and Boaso. The early intervention of the police helped bring the situation under control. While residents lived in fear, the clash has adversely affected transport services within the vicinity. During a visit by the media to the area on Monday, transport operators feared using their vehicles to transport people from one community to the other. The assembly member of Chedie electoral area, Augustine Osei, in an interview, called for security to be beefed up in the area. For a driver who had his vehicle vandalized, Michael Kwekubwatin wants the affected person to be compensated. The police source have revealed to the media that so far no arrests have been made as investigations continue.
And in other stories, the High Council of Mali in the diaspora at an event held on Sunday, 31st December 2023 in Dakuman, inaugurated a president. The council, headed by His Excellency Hamid Mohammed Ahmed, acting as their president, selected Suleiman Yahya as the youth president of the council.
The High Council of Mali is a highly recognized institution that seeks to address the needs of its members living in diaspora. The event, which is its maiden one, was attended by many dignitaries made up of members of the council, the MP of Ablekuma North constituency, Sheila Battles, representatives of the National Council of Songhai Chiefs, the Association of Malian Students in Ghana, and highly recognized individuals from the Malian community in Ghana. The council considered the importance of the participation of young people in politics, which resulted in the inauguration of a representative of the youth president, who would serve for 5 years, after which a new person would be selected.
I might say the occasion has gone well. The youth has represented themselves in a good manner, and then our youth leader has also been chosen for now. I think the path is good, because now the youth also are recognizing their role in the society. They have to wake up and then do the right thing by avoiding violence, and then submit to their elders and their parents, as well as to work hard so that they can promote the younger ones coming. Exactly. For all the Songhai community, the Malian community to be one, we need unity. The unity among us is very weak. Yes, because we have so many functions which is affecting the Malians and the Songhai community here in Ghana. So we have to come together and unite so we can achieve our goals.
I've seen that things are changing. I mean, from what you've seen in our politics today, a lot of the youth are coming up and participating in it. And His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has given a lot of opportunities to the youth of the country. When he was president, he gave a lot of opportunities to the youth to serve. And so with this one like this, I expect that they're able to do something remarkable. The youth president who has been selected, part of it, what he needs to concentrate on is on education of our children. That is where I would advise that he concentrates a lot, so that we get a lot of our people who are needy but brilliant students, who are brilliant but needy students, to be able to go to our schools, to the university, so that they can come out to become doctors, lawyers, accountants, judges, and so on and so forth. So these are areas that I want him to be able to focus on. And any other youth chief that has been taken, across board, let's concentrate on education. It is only through education that we can be able to solve our poverty problem.
The Malian High Council is an integration instrument which is a valuable resource for Malians living abroad. It not only addresses their challenges but also acts as a bridge between them and the authorities in their host countries.
Meanwhile, the Director of Research at the Institute of Economic Affairs, Dr. John Kwachi, has called on the presidential candidates of both the New Patriotic Party and the National Democratic Congress to apologize to Ghanaians for messing up the economy in a post. Kwachi says the two political parties must apologize to Ghanaians for bringing the country once shining South Africa to its current state.
Dr. John Kwachi raised concern about the mismanagement of the country's economy by the two major political parties over the past 32 years. He observed that the two major political parties are partly to blame for the current economic challenges Ghana is faced with. He charged the two main flag bearers, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and John Dramani Mahama, to explain to the electorate the things they would do differently if given the mandate to be at the helm of affairs of the country, and called on voters to reject these two presidential candidates if they are unable to table the policies they have put in place to turn the economy around. The former president, John Mahama, is seeking re-election, whereas the vice president, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, is seeking election to be the president after serving as vice president for 2 terms.
Finally, in sports, Asante Kotoko players have expressed happiness over their teammate Richmond Lamptey's inclusion in the final Black Star squad for the 2023 African Cup of Nations. Lamptey, together with 2 other local-based players, secured spots in the final 27-men Black Star squad for the 2023 African Cup of Nations to be staged in Ivory Coast.
Lamptey's outstanding performances for the Porcupine Warriors earned him a call-up by Coach Chris Hilton. Initially part of the professional 55-man squad, Lamptey's inclusion was confirmed on Monday, January 1st, 2024. He joins the trio of local-based players alongside Midiama Dio, Abdel Fattah Hamid, and Jonathan Soa in representing Ghana on the continental stage. Lamptey's inclusion in the final 27-man squad was received with excitement by his teammates, who rejoiced and sang praises for Lamptey's remarkable achievement as a creative midfielder.
And this is it for our midday news. For more stories, go on to our website, bainamultimedia.com. I'm Khadija Tukubra Kayla. Many thanks for doing the watching. Good afternoon.